secretive.
Yeah. So firewalls, there are many different types of firewalls, but a personal firewall is just a basic one.
Great. So that is our language takeaway for today. Let's check out this dialogue again and slow it down a bit this time.
Welcome to Galanet. How can I help you?
Hi, I would like to get an internet plan for my house.
Of course. We have 3 different plans with different prices you can choose from. The first one is the cheapest, but most basic plan, which is $30 a month. This is for broadband internet with a download speed of 512 kbps.
I have no idea what kbps means. I just want to be able to get online, play games, and chat with my friends. Oh, and watch movies online as well.
Well, this connection might be a bit too slow for your needs. I suggest you get the premium package for $50 a month, which includes a connection speed of 2 megabytes. That way, you can play games online without any lag. This package also includes a wireless router and a personal firewall, absolutely free.
Do I have to pay an installation fee?
Lucky for you, this month we aren't charging our normal installation fee. You are saving yourself $100 right there, and we'll throw in this pen drive.
Awesome!
All right, great. So we just heard all these words that we looked at before, but now why don't we take a look at some of these phrases in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
What's this first one? I can't read it.
I have no idea.
What? Well, didn't you write it down?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, enough games. No, I have no idea. This is well, it's going to treat this as a phrase that gets said as is. We're not going to take bits and pieces of it. So I have no idea, or he has no idea, is a way to say, listen,
I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Right. The guy was talking about kbps and all these things, and the other guy was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't understand.
And I can definitely empathize.
You can relate.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave that for another one. But after this, we've got bucks. All right. So bucks. What is this slang?
Bucks. $100. $200.
A lot of money.
Right. So bucks is basically another way of saying dollars.
All right. So this is a way this is a way that most Americans talk about money. It's $1 is $1 US. All right. So could I borrow $10, Marco?
Right. So yeah, sure. There you go.
Cool.
Now, bucks, you can only use it for American currency, right? You can't use it for like euros or
No.
You can't say like 10 euros would be $10. Right?
No. Usually you say this about American dollars, and you say this just when you're hanging out, or how much does this cost? Oh, $5. Yeah.
Very good. So the guy was telling him about the price of the internet and everything, and he said that he's gonna throw in a pen drive, right?
He's gonna throw it?
He's gonna throw it at him. No, he's gonna throw in a pen drive for free.
Oh, sweet. So throw in means to add
or include.
So listen, sir, here's your large popcorn, and I'm going to throw in a small Diet Coke for free.
Wow.
How generous of me.
So you throw in something, you include it for free, right?
Exactly. So this is usually a complimentary item.
Great. I think this word is really interesting, or this phrase. So why don't we listen to a couple of other examples using throw in.
Example 1.
If you buy 2 pizzas, we will throw in another one for free.
Example 2. Tell you what, I'll buy this computer if you throw in a pair of headphones. Deal? Example 3.
The salesman threw in a subscription to the local newspaper for buying his product. Isn't that great?
All right, great. So good examples. I think it's clear now, the phrases, all these words related to the internet.
Absolutely, and so useful.
Right, so why don't we listen to this dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Welcome to Galanet. How can I help you?
Hi, I would like to get an internet plan for my house.
Of course. We have 3 different plans with different prices you can choose from. The first one is the cheapest, but most basic plan, which is $30 a month. This is for broadband internet with a download speed of 512 kbps.
I have no idea what kbps means. I just want to be able to get online, play games, and chat with my friends. Oh, and watch movies online as well.
Well, this connection might be a bit too slow for your needs. I suggest you get the premium package for $50 a month, which includes a connection speed of 2 megabytes. That way, you can play games online without any lag. This package also includes a wireless router and a personal firewall, absolutely free.
Do I have to pay an installation fee?
Lucky for you, this month we aren't charging our normal installation fee. You are saving yourself $100 right there, and we'll throw in this pen drive.
Awesome!
So the internet is a big deal nowadays, and now you can do so much on it. Not only navigate websites anymore, but watch movies, download applications, photos, Facebook, all this type of things now that you can do on the internet.
You can even do it from your phone, like when you're in the bathroom or on the train. I mean, it's scary. We're always connected.
Right. So it's interesting. You're always connected. You're always online with people, and it's actually very noticeable when you maybe live somewhere else. Before, you used to have to write letters. I don't think many people receive handwritten letters anymore.
Never. I'm speaking for myself. I never receive, and I don't write them either. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm guilty of it.
So now people just send emails. Obviously, it's more convenient, but maybe it's a little bit less significant, maybe, than actually going to the post office or taking the time to write a letter, going to the post office and stuff.
Well, I don't know. There's something nice about having a physical thing you can hold on to, but I wonder if one day we're going to forget how to write.
Yeah.
You know, like write with a pen.
With a pen and pencil, exactly.
We're going to have these little PDAs and these little iPhones, and you're going to talk, and they're going to take everything down in note form for you.
Well, now it's kind of happening with the Kindle, right? Now you can have books on this electronic device that lets you read through them, and
you can carry 100 books with you to the beach.
So now you don't even really need physical books anymore, which is good on some level, because you're saving trees and space and all that stuff. But
there's something, I don't know, physical about reading a book. You hold it, you flip the pages, you know how many pages you have left. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll be a convert one day, but for now, I'm good with paper books.
All right. So, well, what do you guys think about the internet, about electronic books? The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A fast internet connection.
Broadband internet.
A device that allows data to be transferred between individual computers and networks.
Modem.
Act of transferring data between computers.
Download.
Form of broadband internet service delivered over telephone network. Relatively slow.
Digital subscriber line.
Form of broadband internet service delivered over cable television network. Relatively fast.
Cable internet.
Over the internet.
Online.
An individual's necessary requirements.
Someone's needs.
Software which detects harmful viruses on a computer.
Antivirus software.
A delay.
Lag.
Not using wires to send and receive data.
Wireless.
Device used to protect a computer against intruders.
Firewall.
Process of making ready for use.
Installation.
To offer for free.
Throw in.
Let's try that faster. Form of broadband internet service delivered over telephone network. Relatively slow.
Digital subscriber line.
A device that allows data to be transferred between individual computers and networks.
Modem.
A delay.
Lag.
Not using wires to send and receive data.
Wireless.
Over the internet.
Online.
Process of making ready for use.
Installation.
Device used to protect a computer against intruders.
Firewall.
Form of broadband internet service delivered over cable television network, relatively fast.
Cable internet.
Software which detects harmful viruses on a computer.
Antivirus software.
Act of transferring data between computers.
Download.
To offer for free.
Throw in.
A fast internet connection.
Broadband internet.
An individual's necessary requirements.
Someone's needs.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Download. Now that I have broadband internet, I can download music and videos for free. Download. This website has a lot of free software that you can download. Download. That's a big file you are trying to download. It might take up to 3 hours to complete. Someone's needs. This software is designed to meet all your needs. Someone's needs. You don't take into consideration my needs when making these decisions. Someone's needs. To understand the needs of your children, you should talk to them regularly. Wireless. Our office is installing a new wireless network so that we can use our laptops and smartphones. Wireless. I love the fact that the PS3 has a wireless controller. It's much more convenient. Wireless. My new sound system comes with a pair of wireless speakers. Now I can play music anywhere in the house. Firewall. We have a firewall at the office which prevents us from accessing sites such as Facebook and MySpace. Firewall. It's important to have a good firewall set up to prevent unauthorized access to your network. Firewall. I always turn off my firewall because it prevents me from opening certain websites. Throw in. If you buy 2 pizzas, we will throw in another one for free. Throw in. Tell you what, I'll buy this computer if you throw in a pair of headphones. Deal? Throw in. The salesman threw in a subscription to the local newspaper for buying his product. Isn't that great?
So, what are we talking about today, Marco?
Well, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, which are computers.
Yes, you're a little bit of a nerd.
A little bit. I love computers and technology and everything that's related to it. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Maybe we're buying a new computer.
Well, I anticipate learning something from this because there are a lot of those fancy big words that I don't know that have to do with processors and giga things. So that's going to be coming up in a minute here. But first, let's just jump right in and take a listen to today's dialogue.
So, can you fix it?
I'm sorry, sir. This computer is not broken or damaged. It's simply just too old. That's why your programs and applications are running slow. There really isn't much I can do.
What do you mean? I bought this computer just 3 years ago.
Yes, but technology is ever changing and technology is becoming obsolete faster and faster.
Okay, I know where this is going. How much will it cost me to get a new computer?
Well, this desktop over here is our latest model. It has a 4 gigahertz processor with 16 gigabytes in RAM and a hard disk with 1 terabyte. Of course, it includes a mouse, keyboard, and desk speakers.
I have no idea what you are talking about. I just want to know if it's good, and if I'll be able to play solitaire without the computer crashing or freezing all the time.
This PC is top of the line, and I guarantee it will never freeze. If it does, we'll give you your money back.
All right, we're back. I think it's a very typical case. You go in to get something fixed, and they say, we can't fix it. You need a new one.
Yes, and not only a new one, but a bigger and better and faster one.
And more expensive, obviously.
Obviously. It's called the upsell.
The upsell, yeah. All right, so there were some very difficult words, I think, because they're very specific related to technology and computers. So why don't we look at those now in Language Takeaway?
Language takeaway.
All right, so the first word we have today is when something is no longer in use.
Okay, so this word is obsolete.
It's obsolete.
Obsolete. And we're not just talking about like, oh, I haven't touched that pen in like 10 years. We're talking about a piece of technology that is no longer useful because there's something else that can do a better job.
Right. And actually, not only with technology, we also have words that are obsolete, right?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Like thy or thine, you or yours.
Classical English. We don't use thy anymore.
No.
But
thou art very summary today, Marco.
we don't use that anymore. That's obsolete English, right? Or obsolete words.
Exactly. So obsolete means it's no longer of use. We have better and newer things in its place.
All right. And now moving on, when the salesman was describing the characteristics of the computer, he used some prefixes that were a little bit strange, right? Like, for example, giga.
Giga what?
Giga.
All right. So these are actually prefixes that have to do with numbers. And so this is not just a computer thing. This is a math thing or a science thing. So, okay. So we've got 3 different prefixes. A prefix is something we tack on at the beginning of a word. So we have hertz or byte, right? These are little bits of a computer, byte.
Right. So you have like megabytes.
Megabytes we've all heard before. That's the smallest here. We've got megabytes, but bigger than mega, we've got gigabytes.
A giga. Yeah. So now, for example, the hard drives are 250 gigabytes.
You might even hear someone say gigs. You've got a
Gigs, yeah.
250 gig hard drive.
Yeah.
But what's bigger than giga?
Now it's the terabyte.
Ooh, tera. It sounds like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
Huge.
I actually wondered what would happen after gigabyte, because it's so much information already, and now it's the terabyte. So it's like 1,000 gigabytes.
So that's like 200 movies.
That's probably more than that. It's amazing the amount of
Man.
storage you can have and how small it actually is.
So mega, giga, tera, going
Right.
from littlest to biggest.
All right. And, well, he described a 4 gigahertz processor.
Okay, so the processor is our next word, and this is actually something that that determines how fast your computer is going to run.
So it comes from the word to process, right?
Right.
To like calculate or to think.
Do even.
To do. So you have different examples like a word processor.
Right, so it's like Microsoft Word. It allows you to make Word documents. You can also say to process data. You're trying to calculate it.
But in this case, a processor is like a little brain that's the center of the computer, and that's where all the information gets processed.
Yeah, so it's the brain of the computer, essentially. And the bigger it is, the faster it can go.
Exactly. And, well, if you don't have a very good processor, your computer is bound to freeze.
Okay, so freezing is another key word, especially when talking about computers. This one drives me nuts. To freeze, it means to stop moving.
Right.
Right? So, well, it has a couple different meanings. You might have heard it about ice before, but to freeze here, we're talking about stopping moving. So we have a game called freeze tag, where if I touch you, you have to stop running.
Right.
But here we're talking about a computer freezing. I'm moving my mouse and I'm typing, and all of a sudden,
It doesn't work
my
anymore.
mouse doesn't move. I can't close or open or do anything, and it's really frustrating.
It's very, especially if you're doing something and you didn't save your work, it's gone. Right? So if your computer freezes, then usually you have to restart it or turn it
Yeah.
off and on.
So that is about it for those words, but let's take another listen and slow the dialogue down this time so you can catch some of those big words.
So, can you fix it?
I'm sorry, sir. This computer is not broken or damaged. It's simply just too old. That's why your programs and applications are running slow. There really isn't much I can do.
What do you mean? I bought this computer just 3 years ago.
Yes, but technology is ever changing and technology is becoming obsolete faster and faster.
Okay, I know where this is going. How much will it cost me to get a new computer?
Well, this desktop over here is our latest model. It has a 4 gigahertz processor with 16 gigabytes in RAM and a hard disk with 1 terabyte. Of course, it includes a mouse, keyboard, and desk speakers.
I have no idea what you are talking about. I just want to know if it's good, and if I'll be able to play solitaire without the computer crashing or freezing all the time.
This PC is top of the line, and I guarantee it will never freeze. If it does, we'll give you your money back.
Great, so we are back. So now let's jump into today's Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
All right, so on Fluency Builder, we're going to take a look at 3 different phrases. For example, the salesman was describing technology and said that it's ever-changing.
Okay, so this is a almost a little poetic line
Yeah.
here. So ever-changing means always changing.
Always.
Always changing. And so we can say that the ocean is ever changing. You know, the
Right.
waves are always changing it. But in this case, he's saying that technology is always changing. It's always progressing into something new. And so
Exactly.
that is a key selling point for this guy.
Right. So this is actually a very interesting word. We can use it like in your example beyond technology, like the way, like the sea is ever changing. So why don't we listen to a couple of other examples?
You know, it's amazing how quickly technology is changing every year.
Absolutely. Just think about smartphones a few years ago. They were basic, and now they do everything. It's like carrying a tiny computer in your pocket.
Exactly. And not just phones, even things like home appliances are changing. Now, everything seems to be smart TVs, smart fridges, even smart lights.
Yeah, it feels like every year there's something new and better. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Do you ever wonder what the future of technology will look like?
All the time. With AI self-driving cars and virtual reality, it feels like we're living in the future already.
True, AI is really changing the way we work and live. Many jobs are being automated now. It's exciting, but a little scary too.
I know what you mean. Technology changing so fast is great, but it also makes me wonder what happens if people can't adapt.
That's a good point. I guess learning and adapting are important. But one thing's for sure, technology will keep changing, whether we're ready or not.
Absolutely. We just have to keep learning and growing with it.
All right, we're back. So now we understand the ever-changing.
So the man who's trying to buy this computer, or at least get his computer fixed, really starts to get frustrated with the salesman. And he says, okay, I know where this is going. So he hears the sales pitch. He hears this guy trying to loosen him up a little bit. He says, I know where this is going. So what does this mean? This where something is going?
So basically, what direction a conversation or a topic or a situation is taking.
Okay, so he's saying, I know why you're telling me these
Right.
things. I know your motive.
Or I know what's happening. I know what you're going to say.
Okay, so he's essentially saying, I know you're going to try and sell me a computer.
Right.
All
So you can use it in other circumstances, right? For example, a relationship.
I don't know where this is going.
Right. What is going?
Classic breakup line. I just don't think I know where this is going anymore.
So in reference to the relationship, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening. Are we serious? Are we maybe going to get married? I don't know anymore.
I can't tell where this movie is going. It's so like, here and there and boring.
Yeah, you
and-
don't know the plot.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a very common phrase, and it sounds very natural when you say it, right?
It does. And that's why Fluency Builder really helps you sound like a more native English speaker when you use these kind of phrases.
And the next one is also very, very good. When he describes the condition of the computer, he says it's top of the line.
Top of the line. Now, what line we're talking about, I do not know, but this
Like
is
above average line.
right. So this is the best of the best. This is the top model or the top computer. And you can definitely imagine a car salesman using this.
Yeah.
Yes, this BMW is top of the line. It's the best money can buy.
Yeah, that's another good one. So basically, top of the line is the best of the best, the above average, right?
More than above average. It's the best you can do. And
The
so
best you can
the
buy.
guy is saying, listen, this is our best computer. Really, you should buy it. And obviously, top of the line usually costs a lot of money.
Yeah, it's usually for something that costs money, right? For things. You wouldn't really use it for a person, right? He's top of the line.
No. Top of the line, I think, generally refers to electronics and cars
Yeah.
or like motorcycles. And so you often hear top of the line stereo, top of the line TV, top of the line car, but you wouldn't say this about food or
Yeah.
people or art.
Yeah, you wouldn't say this painting is top of the line.
Nah, no, not about like very unique things. You'd say
Right.
this about kind of manufactured things.
Very good. So we've taken a look at a lot of great phrases. Why don't we listen to our dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back.
So, can you fix it?
I'm sorry, sir. This computer is not broken or damaged. It's simply just too old. That's why your programs and applications are running slow. There really isn't much I can do.
What do you mean? I bought this computer just 3 years ago.
Yes, but technology is ever changing and technology is becoming obsolete faster and faster.
Okay, I know where this is going. How much will it cost me to get a new computer?
Well, this desktop over here is our latest model. It has a 4 gigahertz processor with 16 gigabytes in RAM and a hard disk with 1 terabyte. Of course, it includes a mouse, keyboard, and desk speakers.
I have no idea what you are talking about. I just want to know if it's good, and if I'll be able to play solitaire without the computer crashing or freezing all the time.
This PC is top of the line, and I guarantee it will never freeze. If it does, we'll give you your money back.
All right, we're back. So computers. Catherine, I know you recently got a nice Macintosh.
Yeah, I did.
It's one of those big screen ones, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a desktop, right? So it's not a laptop. And it's got a very fast processor because Macs started using Intel processors a couple of years ago, and that made them much faster.
Wow, and this processor actually has 2 cores, right? So basically it has 2 different brains almost within one processor.
Which gives it really bad headaches. She complains to me often.
Are you a big Mac fan or PC fan?
I'm a Mac fan.
Really?
I've been converted. My roommate in college, my sophomore year, had a Mac, and ever since then, I've really gotten into them. So,
Really?
yeah, I went Mac and didn't turn back.
I still honestly cannot really use a Mac. I get confused. I'm looking for the start button, and I'm looking for where my documents are.
It's really hard to change over, right?
Yeah.
But once you do, you don't want to change back because everything is so much easier on a Mac.
Really?